Welcome back to our channel Classify Community. So today we will be doing the lecture 3, that is the wave function, and here we will deal with wave function introduction, properties of wave function, physical significance of wave equation, probability density, normalization function. This was the properties of wave equation. Okay, so without wasting more time, let's begin. So wave function introduction. Wave function introduction, basically what do we mean that? We mean that what is wave function? So see, in quantum mechanics, because of the wave particle duality, the properties of particles can be described by a wave. So we all know about the wave particle duality. So the properties of particle which is described as a wave in quantum mechanics. Now therefore, its quantum state can be represented by a wave of any arbitrary shape, and this is called a wave function. So the quantum state can be represented by any waveform and it can be in any shape. That means it can be in any arbitrary shape. This is what we call it as wave function. So whenever you need to write in examination, you need to write these 2 points. So let's see, the variable quantity characterizing matter waves is known as wave function. Also we can define that the wave function is the variable quantity characterizing matter waves. That means the variable quantity will characterize the matter waves. It gives complete information about the system. It is also called state function. That means wave function, another name is state function, as it speaks about the physical state of the system. Okay. Next, wave function is obtained by solving a fundamental equation which is called Schrödinger equation. So this wave function gets obtained by solving an equation which is known as Schrödinger equation. Now, it varies with respect to position and time. That means this wave function will vary with time and position. It is denoted by a symbol psi, and the spelling is PSI. Okay. The P is silent, so it's known as psi. So psi itself cannot be an observable quantity, hence psi has no physical significance. You need to remember all these points. That's why I have done in points. So you need to write all the points. Psi can have real values or imaginary. That means it's complex. As in complex, we have real values as well as imaginary. So now let's see what is the property of wave equation. So property 1, that is psi is single valued everywhere. That means a function fx which is not single valued over a certain interval is shown. So you can see this fx, it is not single valued, as in f1 this is here, f2 this is here, and f3 this is here. So fx has 3 values, that is f1, f2 and f3 for same value of p. So it is for the same value of p, it shows that x is equal to p. Since f1 is not equal to f2, f2 is not equal to f3, it means to say that fx were to be wave function. Then the probability of finding the particles has 3 different values of the same location, that is for p, which is absurd. Hence this wave function is not acceptable. So we can't accept this wave function as it is not single valued. Okay, as each of the x has different values for p. Okay. Now the second property is that the psi is finite everywhere. So we can see a function fx which is not finite at x equal to r. At x equal to r, fx is equal to infinity. When x is equal to r, the fx is infinity. Thus, fx were to be a wave function, it signifies a large probability of finding the particle at a single location, which violates the uncertainty principle. Hence, this wave function becomes unacceptable. So, the 2 properties, first is psi is single valued everywhere, second the psi is finite everywhere. So let's move on and see the next 2 properties. So the property 3 is that psi and its first derivative with respect to its variable are continuous everywhere. So a function fx which is discontinuous at q. So here we can see that it become discontinuous. At x is equal to q, fx is truncated at a. So see, this one is truncated at a and restart at b. So there is no continuosity. So this become discontinuous at b. So that means it is truncated at a and it again starts at b. So the function is not defined between a and b. If this fx is taken to be a wave function, then the state of the system at x is equal to q cannot be ascertained. Hence, this wave function is not acceptable. So what we are doing, we are taking the property as positive. But when we are explaining it, we are taking the negation or negative portion. That means when it becomes discontinuous. So at that point of time, we cannot assume that wave function to be acceptable. Okay. So the fourth property is, So the fourth property is for bound values, psi must vanish at infinity. So whenever this is in infinity, this psi must be vanished. If psi is a complex function, then psi square must vanish at infinity. The wave function that possesses all the above properties are called eigenfunction. Okay, so we learned four properties. First, it should be single valued everywhere. Second, it should be infinite. Then it is that the psi and its first derivative should be continuous, and next is that it has bound variable, that at infinity this psi must vanish. Similarly, when it is a complex function, that psi square must also vanish at infinity. So if the wave possesses all these properties, then it is known as eigenfunction. Okay, which we will deal in the next lecture in detail. Now let's move on and see the physical significance of wave function. So it gives the idea about the probability of finding a particle. That means a particle is there. Through this we can find that there is a probability that a particle exists. Let us consider a system of electrons. If psi is the wave function associated with that system, then psi square gives the measure of density of electrons. So what they are saying, that there is a system of electrons and the psi is the wave function in the system and psi square is the density of electrons. So it states the density of the electron. If we consider an electron to be present in the region of volume V, then psi square dV gives the probability of finding the electron in the region of volume dV. That means think that electron is present in a volume. Think this red dot is that particle. So what happened, that sin square dV gives us the probability that this point, that is this electron, is in the region of this dV. Okay. The certainty of finding the electron in the entire region of volume V is given as integration of sin square dV equal to 1. This is known as normalization. Okay, so these are the four properties, or we can say four physical significance of wave function. So let's move on and see. Now probability density. According to Max-Born approximation, probability of locating a particle at a point is directly proportional to sin square. This is called probability density. So in the lecture 4, you will see the probability density in a particle in a box where we have used. So in simple words, you can say whenever you need to find a particle at a point which should be proportional to this psi square. Okay. Now if psi square is equal to 1, then we are sure that the particle is present. Okay. So whenever this psi square will be 1, we are sure that the particle is there. When it is 0, that means the particle is absent. Now consider a particle inside the volume V. Let dV be the infinitesimally small element in V. If psi is the wave function associated with the particle, then psi square is the probability per unit of the space centered at a point where psi is evaluated at that time. So we need to consider a particle in a volume. So this red dot is a particle in this volume. So dV be the infinitesimally small element. That means dV will be the volume small element. Now our psi will be the wave function and psi square will be the probability. Okay, so thus we can say that probability of finding a particle is P is equal to integration of sine square dV. Here the product of psi dot psi star is real and is written as psi square, where psi star is the complex conjugate of psi. So the probability density is given by psi square is equal to psi dot psi star, where psi star is the conjugate, complex conjugate of psi. So these are what is we known as probability density. So all are in points. You need to write all the points to get your marks. Now, so this was the thing which I was telling in the form of a diagram. Okay. Now we will know the normalization function. So further, if we are certain that the particle is present, so when is the particle present? When the psi square is equal to 1, right? Or space of a volume V, then we know that integration of psi. This value 1 for probability means that it is clearly a certainty that the particle is present. However, if we are not certain about locating the particle anywhere in the given volume, then it is expected to be present somewhere in the space. So if the particle is not there in the volume, that means that it is somewhere in the space. Simple and precise. Universe must be unity. So here also it will be integration of psi. So this condition is known as normalization condition. A wave function that satisfies the above condition is said to be normalized. That means if the particle is present in the volume, then also is integration of psi. If the particle is not present in the volume, then it will be somewhere in the space, and when it is in the space, it will be in unity. So at that time also it is integration of psi. If both of this condition are there, then the wave function is called as normalized. So I hope all of you understood the lecture of today, and thank you for watching. And if you have any queries, please comment us down below with your email ID, and we will surely clear your doubts through any way possible, through videos or through notes or through emailing you, but we will definitely clear all your doubts. Thank you for watching, and all of the things are in points and in precise notes, so you can follow this video as your notes also. So, and have a great day, and till then be happy, and very thank you for watching this video. See you all in the next lecture.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at Classfly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.